Welcome Marcus Paleti, who's the founder and CEO of Laureti Mobility Group. Laureti Group is a mobility tech company that produces passenger-centric solutions that includes electric cars and innovative technologies. The session is going to look at strategic perspectives and the commercial imperative, a public-private solution for faster commercialization of future mobility innovations. Thank you very much. Welcome to the platform, Marcus.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for your introduction. Edward, I really appreciate your remarks. And I think I'll be touching up on some of the points you mentioned as well, so we have quite a lot in common. So a decade or so ago, if you're in a printer manufacturing business, a big chunk of your use case is people being able to print out documents to sign and scan. This was a time where the entire product line had a competition from various manufacturers to make better, faster printers. Then came a technology called e-signatures and wiped out the entire use case through software. All this has happened in front of our eyes. In addition to that, if you go on some of these websites where you can actually see how many trees they are saving by not printing paper. So we can visit similar technologies like cloud-based and so on that reduced the hardware burden. And all of these disruptions have one thing in common. They thought outside the box, in this case, outside their own industries to solve problems. Today, when startups think about a car, they're essentially thinking about outside the car. I'd like to start by referring to Tony Seba's talk about clean disruption, in which he makes a point that it only took 13 years for the New York City to go from all horses to all automobiles on the street. And that's between 1900 and 1913. Now, it's a commonly used story among EV professionals where people refer to technology disruption and market trauma. 13 years, where it went from all horses on the street to only cars on the roads. So we can call this era the birth of a beloved car, the auto industry. Tesla released its first car, the Roadster, in 2008. And this year marks 13 years since. So in the equation of modern cars, it's clear that there won't be any fossil fuels going forward. And this year, most of the world has realized that the end of fossil fuels is nearing. It's just like how they replaced horses, right, with horse wagons. And this year can also be safely marked as the death of cars. I mean, the cars as we know them, the ICUs. You may argue that the car itself hasn't changed as such, and that there's no big difference as you know, it'll still have four wheels and it'll still run on the roads. It has a steering wheel, but you see, the wagons had wheels just like cars. So did the electric cars. We powered the wagons with horses for transportation. Then we powered them with fossil fuels. We can see the clear difference between horse wagons and cars because physically you can identify the difference. But people are yet to fully comprehend the power of EVs and that they're not the same as the cars we use today. Everything is about to change. Just like how the transition between wagons and cars gave birth to the auto industry, electric cars are about to end the life of the combustion engines and begin a new and emerging space. So for